said I wish Jacob was here so I could blame it on Jacob.
That's an impressive stone wall that we built right there. Well, what's up guys? It's Jacob from Echo Valley Homestead. Last summer, we worked on this project of putting two big, I believe double 24 culverts in one of our big creeks that leads into the pond. And one of the big rainstorms we had washed all the dirt, a lot of the dirt around it out. Now it's time to put a giant rock that we have on top of the end of the culvert and then fill it in. So hopefully we can avoid this from happening again. So let's go dig into this. Dad took the tractor back. He's gonna get the rock, take it back to the creek where we want it, and we're gonna go get started. What's up, Rover? Ready to help? Wow, that is a big rock. I think you got it. Looks good. Let's see if you can lift it. This tractor handled it better than I thought it would, but I think he did haul it here with it. That's a big load. Ow. Oh. Got some wire. That's underneath it. There we go. Yeah, I got it. We do have the blade on the back for extra weight. He hauled it to this spot with the tractor, so he knew he'd lift it. He knew the tractor would be able to lift it. But still, that's a big load. And it's a rock that we got. It was just in the woods over here, so. Free rock, and we're gonna repurpose it to put it on top of culvert to try to do some like conservation. I think you'd call it, hold the dirt down right there so it doesn't erode away. So this big rock is gonna sit on the creek side, on the side above the culvert, and make it so the water can't erode the dirt away very easily. Well, maybe it might sit on this side. Dad, is it on this side or that side?
What's that?
Is it on this side or that side?
This the left side, where the big hole is.
This side?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to put a little bit of dirt there so it's got a level spot to sit on, and then we'll work that in with the mini hoe. And then we want to fill that whole area in with dirt above it.
Okay, so if you heard what he's saying, we're gonna put a little bit of dirt here in this big gap. We're gonna put this big rock on top of the little bit of dirt with the mini hoe. Then we're gonna haul a bunch more dirt in with the dump trailer down and fill up this whole area from all the dirt that's washed away. So it's gonna act as in like a, kind of like the big rock sitting there. It's gonna do the same thing, but on this side here. You can see we need another one for that. We're starting to get some rain, so I'm not sure how long we're gonna be able to work today. If we don't get much more done today, then we'll be back tomorrow, but I mean, I'm under the roof and he's also under a roof, so we're both lucky. But it's starting to pour right now. Oh, I think he's getting another rock. dirt. Angle up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, that's better. Now come in. You're against it? Can you angle down right there? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna use the mini hoe for this one. No, this one, yeah, we can use that rock too. I think we're gonna call a rain delay because it's raining so much and we're working in the mud a lot, so we don't want to get the equipment that muddy. So we're gonna be back tomorrow. All right, one more thing before the rain delay. We're gonna try and dig this rock out with the mini hoe yet. It's moving. I think it moved a little bit. Oh, now we broke it. So I think we're gonna need a bigger hoe, at least a track hoe, I think. Neighbor's gonna bring his track hoe pretty soon anyway, so we'll have to use that. It's now day 2. I was at work while they filmed on day 2 here, and they weren't sure how to plug the microphone in, and so the mic, so there's no sound over these videos. So I'm gonna put some music on in between, like the transitions working, and then I'm gonna try and do some like introductions between the segments of video so you know kind of still what's going on. Some narration for you. First up, we realized that the bolt that holds the mini hoe bucket on the mini hoe was broken. So this actually happened last night and we just didn't realize it. The safety pins held the bucket on. So first up is replacing that pin, and then they used the mini hoe and they positioned the big rock that we hauled in last night. They positioned that over into place on top of the culvert. The mini hoe can't lift it, so they just moved it with the blade. Next up, they use a loader and they even out some of the dirt that's on the drive. We cleaned the creek out back at the last rain and we had some extra dirt laying on there. So they leveled that out on top of the rock and made the rock compacted in really nice with the loader. And in doing so, they actually got the loader stuck in there and they had to use the mini hoe to get it out. Now there's a clip here of my dad speaking. I really wish I could tell what he's saying here, but there's no sound on the video once again. So I'm not sure what he was saying there, but I wish the camera would have picked that up. Now that the dirt's leveled out with the loader, we used the mini hoe and we went up in the creek and we grabbed one of the rocks from up further in the creek and we used that and put it beside the rock that we just set down to create a better barrier on the end of the culvert. Then they did some grading with the loader and the mini hoe, and that's about the time that I showed up to help. And they were pretty well finished by that time. Well, I just got off of work and I came back to see the progress they've been making. So this is the rock you got put down?
This is the second one.
This is the second one?
We got out of the creek over there.
Out of the,
This is the big one here.
That's the big one that we moved over here last night.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice. Rover,
Yeah,
did you miss me?
Some sand in there, and then we worked this thing in there. It was a
You said you put some sand in there?
Well, this dirt, we
Oh, like the silt,
it's mostly sand.
like dry silt sand.
Yeah.
You put some down in there and then
We
put the rock
some
on
in,
top.
and we worked the rock in. It was just barely we could move it.
Did you use the...
Ended up well, we turned it the way we wanted it, and then we pushed it in basically.
With the tractor?
With the
with the loader?
mini hoe.
Oh, mini hoe?
And it really wedged in nice with this one.
Yeah, that looks
And then
good.
we got that one out of the creek over there.
The rock River's laying on right now. That came out of down in there.
Down in the creek, we went over there and got it. But
How heavy do you think one of those is?
I don't know.
Like,
It's,
well, how
well,
much can the loader lift, or tractor?
The tractor, can weigh or lift 3,500 pounds. It just barely lift. I couldn't tilt it.
So it's probably like 32
probably,
or something
No,
like
it's
that.
probably over 3,500.
Oh yeah, it's probably a little more than it's
Closer
rated.
to 4,000. Yeah, and that one's probably more like 3,000. So that one we could lift.
It's hard to imagine a rock like this is 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, it definitely was over 3,500.
And you hauled some dirt down in here?
Yeah, we leveled off what we had here.
Leveled off the dirt over here. We're gonna put like some old pipe gates there and use some fence posts where that gas line runs through there. And those hopefully will help hold all the, like the sediment and like the sticks.
Back away from the culvert.
The silt, it'll help hold the silt back away from the culvert. And also it'll slow the water down. And then if you get a big rush of water, we're also gonna fill more dirt in over the main path here. And then this behind me is gonna be like an emergency spillway. So the water comes down the creek and kind of curves over into the culverts now. And we're gonna have this straight here. We're gonna build up on the other side. We're gonna have the path that's straight here is gonna be a little bit lower than the dirt right over the culvert. That way the water, if it's too much for the culvert to handle, it can go around the culvert and not wash the dirt out that's on top of the culvert. And the water will just go down this path and go around the culvert. Oh, also you broke the pin on the mini hoe last night?
Yeah.
Probably in our video. Last night we were trying to lift that rock up with the mini hoe. At some point we broke the pin that holds the bucket on.
Yeah, broke the bolt, but we could get the
But
piece out.
the bolt, yeah.
I carry a spare bolt along, so.
We have a spare bolt with it. The safety pins were just holding the bucket on.
Yep.
And then you saw it today. We didn't even notice it last night when it happened. I wanted to include in here the dirt pile and show you guys where we're getting the dirt at for this video. Right here by the silt pond is a little excess pile of dirt that we collected out of the silt pond. So how our pond works is it's a lot of runoff water from this creek. There's springs that feed the pond, but there's also a creek that feeds it, and it's mostly runoff water. So if you can imagine, runoff water is gonna have a lot of silt, sediment, and sand in it. So we have a silt pond, which is like a little pre-pond that's way smaller than the big pond, but it's first before the big pond. And that fills up with the sediment every once in a while. So once every couple years, we come in here with a big track hoe, which we're gonna have to do very soon here in the next couple weeks. But we come in with a big track hoe, we dig it all out, and you can see there's many mounds of it here. and give it a few years to dry off, and this stuff turns into great soil to work with for a project like this. We have it on this side, and we also have it on over there, which I've included videos before. We've used it before, but just in case you're new, I wanted to point that out for you guys. All right, so I asked Dad what he was saying, and I'm gonna expose him. What were you saying, Dad, in that part that we couldn't tell what it was?
When the loader was stuck, I said I wish Jacob was here so I could blame it on Jacob. And but I said Jacob isn't here, so I guess I'll have to take the blame on this one.
That's right, it wasn't me this time because I wasn't even here.
The sand was slippery and it slid into the crack left by the rock before I filled it in, so Carolyn helped and we pulled it out with the mini hoe.
You know what's funny? You never even told me that when I was back there. I had to watch the video to see that you guys got the loader stuck.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me that when I got there.
Well, I thought it was on the video. You'd see it on the video. I didn't realize the sound was recording.
We took a little ride up here to look at the sunset. Wow, isn't it gorgeous? I'm trying to get this adjusted right. Look at that view. Some clouds over there. Cows are down there. I think this is the first time the cows have been out back yet since we put that new fence back here. We had the gate open for them to come back a few days now, and it took them a little bit to get back here. I was beginning to wonder if they'd find it, but sure enough, they found it. Next up, we're gonna be hauling some dirt back here on top of this culvert, and I promise this time I'll have the microphone working so you guys can hear the equipment running. We're back here on another day, and today we're lining some rocks up along the top, and then we're getting ready to haul some dirt. We're on a hunt right now for another rock. They're getting sparse around here because we've been digging them, or wherever we find them along the woods, the creek, wherever we find them, we've been picking them up and placing them down here. I want to show you, Dad made some progress today. It looks really good down here. We're looking for about one more, and then we're ready to haul dirt in here.
Small ones. Just to finish this out, see, and then we want to fill all this in them.
But this, you did all this today. That looks good. Well, one more for
I got all these, this one.
right there.
I got this one in the creek. Then I got both of those. No, that one was there. I got this one. Where did that one come? That was that big one. Well, that's the one over by the road. That one.
The bottom one, yeah.
One. And then this one I got out of the creek.
Well, that one's big too.
That's the one over from the Potts Woods, and that was from the creek. Both of those, I came right in here and reached down there and got them. Down here.
You reached down there and got them from up here?
Right over in here, yep.
With the mini?
With the mini, I reached down there and got the ones that are over there, all those green ones. Now, I do see, like right over there's a couple. Well, why don't I just go down and get those? See, there's like 2 or 3.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
I don't think I can quite get them from here.
He found this one in the creek too.
Yeah, this is the big one I got from the creek.
That's crazy you can find a rock that big just laying in the creek.
Well, okay, that one had washed down. This is one that was here that washed down.
Oh, it slipped down there.
That's pretty sure, because that's the one that was missing. This was the one up from the woods. And then these got out of the creek right here. I might just go down in there and get
some of those ones out down there.
All we need is about 2 to set right here. And then we can fill this in with dirt.
Sounds good. Rover, you be careful. Thanks, Rover. looks good to me.
I think that's solid against here.
Is it? Yeah, that's against. The next part, I think you might be moving some little ones yet. For the big ones though, it's done and that looks really nice. I'm really impressed how that turned out down there. Now we have some dirt to haul, and I think the dirt, we're gonna try and bring the dirt level up to about the top of those rocks down there. That'll really add a nice finishing touch to this project yet. So something we were just talking about that we've learned is, you would think the side the water is going into the culvert, you'd think that'd be the side that's crucial. You have the most stones, the best wall to block the water force. But we're talking about it, and water, when it builds up, it's gonna pull up down here before it goes over. So there won't be as much force on this side because it's a pool and it's just kind of like sitting water, you know, it's building up more, but the water's flowing into it.
There's dirt behind
And there's dirt behind it too. And once it flows over the top of the other side, there's nothing on the other side to support it. Like once it goes over the bank, it's gonna wash that dirt down. So that's kind of why it's more crucial to put stone over there.
Washed out on that side and then on this side.
Yeah, that's why it washed out over there and not over here.
Yeah, coming through.
And
Coming through.
to me, my first thought would be that this side's the main side because I think the water's running into it, but it's kind of opposite of what you'd think. We're going to get the bucket right now. What on earth is that? I don't think it's a June bug. I don't know what it is. Oh my word, that thing is huge. Clung to my finger. I don't know what that is. Anybody know what that is? Drop it below. We have the dump trailer on Dad's tractor, and then I have a bucket on the front of my tractor to level off the dirt that we dumped. We're gonna be loading the dirt up right here. While he's loading that up behind me, I just wanted to take a second and thank you guys for all of the support that you've been giving us, all the comments, all the likes, and subscribing to our channel. Everything you guys have done, it means a lot to us, and we really appreciate it. So, and even just watching our videos, we really appreciate it, and we thank you guys a ton. And as long as you guys like it, we're gonna keep making videos for you guys. So, I think Dad has a full load here. Is it full? Yeah, we're starting with a smaller, well, I mean, that's still a pretty big load, but not.
Probably what, 5 or 6 buckets.
like not fully full load. It's still a big load. 5 or 6 buckets, he said. But we're gonna start with this because we're gonna back it down the steep hill. We're not sure how it's gonna handle it exactly, so we wanna look at that first. And then I don't know if you can hear me on the tractor or not, but I'm taking the one with a bucket on it, and I'm gonna use this to level out the dirt that he dumps off with that. Start putting it down. Well, just a little bit, but yeah, some stayed on. Well, by the time, yeah, because by the time you load it, come back here,
Dump at that level. That's what I'm just not sure.
and it takes 2 people anyway. It's not like I'm hauling it still with the tractor while you're doing that.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's what I'm almost thinking.
By the time you do that, you're probably just as quick
The
doing 2
tractors
tractors.
almost work better.
Because till you dodge all the trees
maybe
and stuff,
tonight we'll just use the
working
loader
back
and the
here.
tractor since we have those.
Since we have that
but
back here,
tomorrow
yeah.
or another time, then we'll get the bucket on the other tractor and just use both tractors.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it makes a nice pile, but I don't think I can get it any closer because by the time I just can't. I tried now already getting it over and it didn't. It hit, you know, and it went that way. So
Yeah, it really went into that side.
And I don't know that I can dump more, you know, here because it would be right on the bank. And
Unless you just dump it like up here and then I just push it down.
I could just dump it right here, I guess. And then we just use the skid loader. Well, but
Or a tractor.
Well, no. Yeah, see that? The wet.
Oh, that's more than I saw. That's quite a bit of it still in there.
Too. I'm almost thinking we just forfeit the trailer. It's just not. I think in the time it would take to do 6, especially if we had both tractors with buckets. It's almost, with everything considered.
3 trips like that, it would be like equal to like
Yeah, it would be.
one of these because this holds 6 buckets. Why don't we just try that?
Yeah.
Just park this out by the silt pond.
See if we can. Should I take it up there and dump it, or should I try to dump it right here?
You can dump it right here where it is.
So that's-
Well, we ended up finishing up this rebuild of our culvert down here. My dad, we hauled a few more loads that night with the tractor, and Dad had the skid steer, and then he worked on it yesterday again and hauled more dirt back here. And I wanted to show you guys the final project because I think it looks really good. Now, it did rain a bunch last night, so we have sitting water where we hauled the dirt, but if you take a look, the dirt is level with these rocks on top now. That was the goal we were going for. So these are the rocks that we placed down with the mini hoe a little bit ago in this video. And now the dirt for the driveway is pretty well level with them. And yeah, as you can see, we got a lot of rain last night, so it's sitting on top there. But we got a little slope back there, so if the creek gets really high, instead of coming around to the culvert, it can go straight over and use a little emergency spillway we built down to the creek, and it hopefully won't wash out our culverts up here. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna show you guys the dip, but it's pretty muddy right now with the fill dirt in here, so I left the mule up there. This dirt that we used to fill in here is from the silt pond, like I explained, so it's pretty wet, and especially when it rains, it gets very wet and soupy, and it's gonna take a while to dry out. It's really good dirt, has really good consistency to it. It's not real clayey, it's pretty good soil. Wherever we fill in with it seems to get really like wet and really holds the water fast when it rains. Here's you see there's a little swool right there. That's where we filled the dirt in. These are the rocks we placed down as level with there. And then right here's our little, kind of a little ditch that if the water gets too high or too fast, it can go right down here into the creek, and hopefully it doesn't go over there and mess any of that up. So it's hard, it might be a little hard to see, but this is lower than over there. That's why this has more sitting water in it than over there. So then our big drive that goes up the hill here, we built a ditch over there now for it, so the water from there goes down the creek and also doesn't wash down here. I'm gonna make my way over here to the creek and show you guys the view from the creek, because it is filled up a lot more than it was at first. So I might go around and go down in the creek. This is the drive we used to get down here in the creek. You can see it's a really nice natural drive, and we talked about it. Next time we have the excavator, we're gonna put the path on up behind us here. So if this does get washed out again, possibly in the future, we might just use this as our trail. Go through the creek and go on up around, instead of messing with culverts. Because, you know, up here we can't drive through the creek without culverts because it's so steep. But if we use this, then the bank isn't as steep, so we'd be able to make that work, possibly. This is our view from the bottom. Originally, it was just that first row of rocks right above the culvert. It was just that high, and the dirt was level with those. That all washed out, and then we filled it up another big row of rocks and filled the dirt in level with those. And that's how we ended up with where we're at now. And a little bit of water running through the culvert right now. I mentioned that this culvert has caused us nothing but problems, and the reason for that is, I mean, one of the problems was right when we put it in, the water wasn't using it. It was going under it and around it. So we had to put like bend seal and sealer in so it blocks it, so now the water would use it. But now that I'm looking at it here, I do see there's still some water flowing underneath it down there. I don't know if we're gonna do anything about that or not. We do have water using the culvert, so maybe that's coming out of the ground, I don't know. But yeah, looks really good now, and really happy with what we're able to do here. That's an impressive stone wall that we built right there. To think that most of those rocks, well, all of them were free, but most of them came off this farm. Some of them right here in the creek beside me here, and some of them over from the field, one of them over by the road, the woods, got them kind of all over. So that's really cool to me to think that we can just get those and place them here and build a little wall with them. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for now. Thank you guys for watching this video. It kind of got long on me, but I don't know, hopefully you stayed till the end and enjoyed it all, and hopefully you learned something new today. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.